Craig is with us in Fargo, North Dakota. Hi, Craig. How are you?
Hey, awesome. Thanks for taking my call, Dave.
Sure, man. What's up?
Just looking for a little guidance here. I'm in debt, like a lot of people. I've been a long time listener, and I try and practice what you preach here, and I'm about $100,000 in debt, and I make close to $100,000 a year, but not all that is guaranteed. I mean, some of that is side hustles and commissions and all that. Single dad, and just trying to. I mean, I've tried the baby steps, and it's just to need to learn how to get some advice to get that gazelle intensity you always talk about. I mean, it's challenging.
Craig, what's keeping you? You've been listening for a while, and we talked about this last segment. What's keeping you from that gazelle intensity?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I guess I paid off about $12,000 in the last 3 months.
Well, that's pretty good.
So I feel like I'm on the right track, but it's just I want to be better for my kids, right, and show them how to learn from the mistakes that I've made in life, so they don't ever have to go through that. And these credit cards, I mean, fortunately, I'm getting down there on those. I think within a year, I hopefully have those taken care of. But I don't know. It's just hard to...
$12,000 in 3 months is $48,000 a year. That means you're 100% debt-free in 2 years if you stay on that exact track.
Okay.
Have you figured that part out?
I have.
Okay.
I've had a lot of...
So then the only question is, once you figure that out, you say, okay, I'm going to be debt-free in 2 years. Then the next question in my mind, if I'm you, is what can I do to get out of debt faster? And that means there's only two sides of the equation, outgoing income. What can I do to get my income up? Well, you're a single dad and you're already doing some side hustles. Maybe not a lot. I don't know. Maybe your side hustle sucks. Maybe you need a new one. I don't know. Something to think about. And then the more fired up you get, the deeper you sacrifice. And the deeper you sacrifice, the faster you get out of debt. And the only reason you would get that fired up and sacrifice even deeper is because you believe it's going to work. And you've really got 3 good months of track record here. Does that not feel pretty good?
It feels great, Dave. It's money was the reason why I got divorced. So that's kind of the hard subject of this. And, fortunately, I still get along with my ex-wife, and that's actually made our relationship better now that, I was always putting money first, and it was always...
Well, that's all behind you now. You don't have to talk to her about this. All you've got to do is say $100,000 and $48,000 a year, which is $4,000 a month, and I'm going to kick this thing's butt. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
You've got this heaviness over you. It's weird. You've done pretty darn good. I mean, $12,000 in 3 months. I mean, that's getting close to gazelle. If you think you can do more,
did you really do that?
Yeah,
you really did that.
I had some other side hustles coming in, right?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you really paid off $4,000 a month, 3 months in a row. Then there ought to be some excitement about that. And if there's not, and there's not, because in talking to you, you just sounded like you weren't dialed in. When you gave us those numbers, it changed the conversation.
He doesn't believe he can do this. I think the number's so big.
I think he's ashamed to do it because it beat up the last marriage.
There you go.
I don't care about your last marriage. It's over. It's in the rearview mirror. I'm sorry. You guys went through that, and I'm glad you're friends now. Whoop-de-doopty. Kick this dadgum debt's butt, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Roll up. You said I want to do this for my kids. Double up your fist and punch this bully in the mouth.
Yeah.
It's threatening your freaking family. It's time to get fired up and get after it like it matters. And get that thing. I want to hear, next time I talk to you, man, I want to hear warrior in your voice. Mm-hmm. I want to hear you mad at the bully.
Yeah.
This thing's it kicked your marriage's butt. It's kicking your butt. Your tongue's dragging, your tail's dragging, everything else. So you need to pop this thing in the head, man. You need to bloody its nose. And you need to get fired up, man. You got to knock somebody down. That kind of thing is what we're looking for here. Because in your voice, your numbers are much more successful than your voice tone and word choice.
Yeah.
Which both said, my tail's dragging, I don't know if I can do this, and it's kind of hard. And that's what it sounded like,
That's
Craig.
Exactly like
and instead, your numbers are like, Rocky! Your numbers were great. Your numbers were Rudy, man.
Which, by the way, Craig, when Dave asked you how you feel about it, that was the first time in the call where your tone changed and your pulse kind of increased. And I'll tell you what I'm going to prescribe for you. I think you need to the extent that your kids understand it, if they're a little bit older, I'd tell them what you've done and how hard you're working and let them get in on it and let them see the commitment you're making. And then I think you need some great peers around you.
Yeah, John. Listen,
people that are going to get excited for you.
Here, jump in Ramsey Plus. I'll give you a 1-year subscription to it.
Yeah.
Jump in there and go through the financial piece of videos. But most importantly, get on the Ask a Coach, and most importantly, get in some of the communities, the virtual communities, and start sharing, and get some people around you that are jazzing you, man.
That's right.
You need a little bit of a cattle prod, that coach that just yells at you and say, "Get it!"
Yeah.
Yeah,
he needs to feel the affirmation of the sacrifice, and right now it feels like he's so lonely.
Those numbers should be a attaboy to you, and they don't seem to be.
Party time.
They don't seem to be. You ought to be going touchdown, man. I just scored three freaking touchdowns in a row. 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. That's $12,000 in 3 months. That's pretty stinking good.
Yes.
Making $100,000. That's. I mean, he really is living on a beans and rice budget to do that.
It's pretty close to Gazelle to me. He needs to realize it.
Yeah. I just want to hear it in your voice, and I want to hear it in your belief, and hear that hope take root. So, hold on. Kelly will pick up. We'll get you signed up for Ramsey Plus, and we're going to walk with you, brother. You can do this, man. You can do it.
Yes.
This is the Dave Ramsey Show.